Hello there, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today, we have a pretty awesome one because we are going to be talking all about another new optimization update which should be coming to ARK Survival Ascended very soon. This isn't the Unreal Engine 5.5 update. We've already talked about that in another video, and that is coming March 2025, as long as there's no more delays on that. But hopefully all of these things going on is Studio Wildcard finally looking and making the improvements to make this game finally more stable. What we're talking about today is more server-side stuff, because obviously if you play it on official servers and just any even unofficial, you see problems, right? And, you know, helping the game out and improving it is very important. So as always, if you guys do enjoy today's video, as always, feel free to drop a like up here, subscribe, and it just supports me so much, and I love seeing the support on the videos. And as always, guys, if you want to come and join the LoadedCrysis cluster, there's over 3,400 members of us, and you want to come and play every single new map that comes out for ASA straight away on day one with 100 slots. The link to the Discord is down below. It's completely free to join the servers. There'll never be an entry cost or anything like that. I have to keep saying that in the videos because people ask the questions. So link to the Discord is in the description down below. Right, it's time to talk about optimization and what is going on. So, as you'll see up here, Dolly has mentioned, saying, looks like a few people missed it, going on the questions regarding when the next breeding event will be. So heads up, you can prep your eggs and stuff for this weekend. So, yes, for anyone wondering on the next breeding event, it's happening this weekend. So, live op updates, breeding, servers, and quality of life. Let's talk about breeding. We've been doing some internal investigations on ASA's breeding system, and we're going to carry out some tests this weekend to gather more specific data on our official network while no breeding event is active. And this is now, that's the weekend just gone. Because apparently it's all to do with server side issues, which is causing the terrible, terrible quality of play experience on the official servers. They then said, we'll then do the same testing again the following weekend, which is this weekend coming, during an active breeding event. Yay! Because so that's what's happening. We're hoping this data can be useful, or it can be used to help us make some optimization improvements to the system, so that when the events are active, they're less likely to have an impact on server performance. We know how important these events are to you for the quality of life they add to breeding, and it's something we're working on, and we're exploring different ways this can be achieved. So, there we go, and I think one of the biggest things, right, is if they manage to get ASA more optimized with the Unreal Engine 5.5 update, that is fantastic, and that is something that needs to happen ASAP, which is obviously meant to be March 2025. But alongside that, if they can get servers more optimized and stable, they would literally be... Could you imagine how many more ARK players would be enjoying the game and playing the game? Because the game ARK as a franchise and the actual... that's not the word I was looking for. The actual game ARK itself is incredibly addictive and incredibly fun. And that is why they've still got so many players to this day, because it is just... It pulls you in every time. Let's play some ARK. But then the game-breaking bugs and the bad optimization is what sends players away, but it always brings them back. So what I'm really hoping from these changes that Studio Wildcard make, better servers, better optimized servers for better performance, Unreal Engine 5.5, when those players come back for new maps such as Ragnarok in April, because Ragnarok is the map, for me, I am waiting for, and I know many of you guys are too. Let's make a good impression to those returning players. Why not Wildcard? This is the chance to really show people why they bought ASA and why we were looking forward to having this upgraded game. So anyway, I just thought I'd mention there was the last new patch that I haven't covered. It was a really small one, so I'm not going to make a video on two patch notes. Well, one patch note with two things in it, but just thought I'd add it into like a news roundup video. As you will see, a minor version went live for all servers on Steam, Xbox, Windows, and PlayStation, where they fixed a crash and they fixed an exploit. And as I've mentioned to you guys many times in the past, Wildcard will not go into detail about what exploit that is and the reason they do it. And they've mentioned this in community crunches before, is because if they tell what the exploit is and what they've done to fix it, someone will find a loophole around it, and obviously then the issue arises again and becomes worse. So let's head back into Big Dom mode, and yeah, so there you go. I finally had a haircut as well, guys. I hope you like it. I'm literally, my hair was going crazy. I'm surprised no one said anything about it. It was literally unbelievable. But overall, like I've mentioned to you guys, I just want to see ASA in a place where, just for once in my life, being an ARK creator, can I please just see people responding to an update in a brilliant way? And even if this Unreal Engine 5.5 doesn't do exactly what we're all hoping for, all we want as an ARK team and all we want as just a family of ARK players is less problems and just being able to play the game in its proper glory without having to crash every 5 seconds, without having, you know, the console needs this update more than anything. I feel so bad for console players. I was once a console player, and I still sometimes do go back to it because that's what my friends play on. But at the end of the day, the PC is a lot better, of course it is, and that's obvious. But the optimizations are very important for PC, but just so important for console players. And don't you worry, console players, I see you. Whenever I make a video on PC updates, I see you. I was once one of you, and I was in the early... I've been playing on console and ARK from the beginning of early access in 2015, so don't worry. That was a rough time to be an ARK player. The rollbacks, the craziness, the losing my base. I had rollbacks on single player. Like what that meant is, like, I would literally used to load into a single player game, invite some friends, and it would crash and we would lose a bunch of our single player saves and stuff. And I know that's still a thing that can happen these days, but it used to be all the time. And I can't believe I used to play through it because I just loved the game so much. And I played within a tether of literally, I don't know if you guys remember this from back in the day. Who remembers, if you're an OG ARK player out there, being in the tether distance range and you and your friend could only go, like, I would say, let's try and do this in the background here. So let's say you are standing, so you're in the jungle and someone's run into the jungle to chop some trees down. Your base is over here. Someone decides to go that little bit too far. It's usually the host or something like that. And it would literally sling you through the map and straight back to whoever the host was. And a lot of the time, you would get thrown under the map, you would get dragged across the world, and sometimes you would just end up dying and you would lose all your stuff. And I remember those reasons were the reasons, even all those years ago, that some of my friends never returned to ARK. As much as they loved it, they couldn't bear it anymore. But there's always the long-serving ones like us that want to see, still 10 years down the line. Go check out my 10 years video if you haven't already. We really want to make this week's community crunch. If we don't, it's understandable. But yeah, anyway, much love to you guys. And that's pretty much going to be the video. I just like sometimes talking about the old stories and how these optimization changes is all we're looking for as ARK players for this game to be more stable. I also have a whole bunch of comments as well in my videos saying this is the last straw for me. Like, you know, if this optimization update doesn't go well, then and I hear that all the time. I know you're sitting there right now, you're watching this video, and you're one of those people that said it's the last straw and you come back. I know. But everyone needs a break from it from time to time. But come on, Studio Wildcard, let's just do it for the team. And much love to you all. Leave a like, subscribe, come and join the Discord for the cluster, and I'll see you in my next video.